Well, as the sun sets on the opening day here at Rally de España, what a dramatic one it has been. We lost early on Takamoto Katsuta. We then lost this afternoon Oit Tanak, and this man coming into service behind us, Sebastian Ogier. Well, it's been a bit of a struggle for him, but before we take you through the day's happenings, let's take a look at the top 10. So leading the way by the slenderest of margins, it's Thierry Neuville. His lead over Elvin Evans in second, a mere 0.7 of 1 second. Sebastian Ogier sits in third place, 19.4 of the lead, 18.7 of Evans in second. Danny Sordo is in fourth, just 5.4 seconds behind Ogier. In fifth, it's Cali Robin Ferra. In sixth, Adrian Formeau, and in seventh, his teammate Gus Greensmith. In eighth, it's young Oliver Solberg, and in ninth, it's Neil Solans. In 10th, it's Eric Camely, the first of our Rally 2 cars. So it is Thierry Neuville that leads the way, but that leaderboard certainly doesn't tell you the whole story of the day. Neuville struggled this morning to find the sweet spot in that Hyundai, really understeering, and at times he was almost exasperated at the stage ends. It shows, I suppose, that the optimal window of operation in that car is actually very narrow. But my goodness me, they slotted a Hyundai i20 into that optimal window of operation this afternoon, and Neuville was sensational, particularly on that middle stage in the loop where he took, 7-8 seconds out of Elvin Evans. It's tight, as we've seen at the top, but Elvin Evans, well, he's had a good day, hasn't he? Never particularly happy with what was going on out there. Yes, he was good this morning. He set some great times. But again, I think Evans struggled a little bit with the setup of the car. This afternoon, struggled a little bit more, and we saw that big moment that he had at the start of one of the stages. Did that knock his confidence a bit? Well, I'm not sure. Tell you what we'll do. We'll have a word, shall we? We'll hear what both Thierry Neuville had to say, and then we'll catch up with Elvin Evans. Thierry, it's a tale of two rallies today for you. This morning was really troublesome. This afternoon was magnificent. Just explain how that can possibly be.
Yeah, I mentioned on midday that we were struggling a bit with the understeer, and we wanted to solve that. My engineer was able to convince me to do quite a big change on the car, and it worked well. So I was happy with that. And now, I'm pushing them to do more for tomorrow, because I have the feeling like we can still improve.
What was that big change?
We won't get all the secrets, but no, I mean, in general, we change a bit the balance of the car, the roll center and stuff like this, to be able to just get a bit more confidence and a bit more turning.
Talk us through that moment at the start of that stage, because it seemed like quite a heavy impact, and it seemed very close to being a really difficult situation.
Yeah, I mean, obviously a very flat out section, and just on the top of the crest, the car just completely snapped. So I had to just try and react what I can, but of course we touched like a sloping curb on the left-hand side of the road pretty hard, but thankfully, the rims are pretty strong, and we got away with it. So I think it was luck was on our side there for sure.
So those two boys very much in a class of their own out there today. It's a tremendous battle. It's quite remarkable. Less than a second separating them going in today too. Do you know what? I think we're going to see that battle continuing through day two. They're slightly different stages. They're not quite as mountainous as some of the stages that we saw today. It's a little less up and down, but it doesn't mean it's any less twisty. And we get quite a bit of variation in the surface tomorrow. So again, if Thierry Neuville wants to continue in the battle with Elvin Evans, if he wants to build on that slender lead he's got to rely on that car being A1 in terms of its setup as it leaves this service here tomorrow morning. That'll be the big thing to watch through the opening stages, how comfortable Neuville is with his car. But the man sitting in third place, keeping a close eye on proceedings in front of him, is the man we just saw going into service there. It is Sebastian Ogier. And Ogier, as we'll hear, well, do you know what? Didn't really feel comfortable in that car today. It wasn't the Ogier we expected to see out there.
It's fair to say that I was not as fast I wanted today, and I didn't manage to follow the rhythm of Elvin and Thierry this afternoon. So Yeah, I think you've seen that I'm struggling a little bit, or at least mentioned that a lot about understeer, and I didn't find the perfect setup yet to give me the confidence to push more. And already this morning, where the road was clean, I was not good enough, and this afternoon with the dirt, you were actually right. I struggle a bit more with the bad line on the second pass. But that's not all. I still need to think with my engineer tonight what we can improve to give me that extra more confidence to be faster.
Well, Ogier might not be in the battle he wanted to be in, which is the battle for the lead, but very much in a battle for that podium place with Danny Sordo. Again, Sordo now is in a really tricky situation. The Manufacturers' Championship is still just about alive, so will he get the green light to push on tomorrow? I think he will. I really do. Sordo will get a green light from Adamo to push on, to put pressure on Sébastien Ogier out there. Can he put pressure on him? Well, the stages that we go to tomorrow, which are towards Barcelona, slightly to the northeast of where we are here at Salou, Sordo knows them. Sordo feels comfortable and has gone remarkably quickly on those stages in the past. So he's got every chance of putting a bit more pressure on Sébastien Ogier. If we look further down our leaderboard, Cali Rovanpera, well, his first day on tarmac, on Spanish tarmac, on those Pirellis and in a World Rally car. Struggled at times, as just about everyone has, for setup, for grip, for really turning. Struggled to get that car that was understeering working perfectly. But Rovanpera has been pretty impressive out there. And then as we go further down, we've got our Fords and we have our newbies as well. We have Solbergs, who's had a pretty decent day out there. We've had Neil Solans, who had quite a big moment, I'd have to say, at one point today, but has been pretty steady. I didn't mention the Fords. For Mo and Greensmith, it's what we expect. No test before the event. They've used the day to build their pace, and both of them have looked pretty comfortable out there today. But as I say, our two new boys on tarmac, both Neil Solans in the Hyundai World Rally car, which was Lube's old World Rally car, and Solberg in his Hyundai World Rally car, I think they've done a really, really good job out there. Desperately bad luck for Takamoto Katsuta. Bad luck? That's a mistake. There's no question about that. The pace note was correct. It was read correctly. It wasn't heard correctly by Takamoto-san, and he stuffed his Toyota into that Armco. Too much damage to the front left of the car, I think it was. It was the front left of the car, and he is out for the day. Whether he'll return tomorrow, we'll have to wait and see. The bigger casualty, and you know what, that's a run of really bad form. He's got to find a way out of that, and I don't know what it is. He's chopped and changed co-drivers. He had a fabulous start to the year. It's all going the wrong way for Takamoto Katsuta, and that is desperately disappointing to see, because he was making such remarkable progress, certainly up to the Safari Rally. What about Tanak? Well, what a season it's been for Tanak. A season of woes for Roy Tanak. Continued here. He had a massive moment earlier on today. He then had, an even bigger moment, and he lost control of the car, ended up going wide, hit a tree stump. Game over for Roy Tanak. Another retirement for our former world champion. He will be desperate to see the back end of these World Rally cars and to get into these new Rally 1 cars, that is for sure. So it has been, folks, an entertaining, a dramatic day here in Spain for day one. Tomorrow, it's a little bit bigger than today. 7 stages tomorrow, round about the same kilometres, a few more, around about 125, 130 kilometres tomorrow, so a slightly bigger day tomorrow to look forward to. We will be bringing you all the action, all the drama, and there will be action and drama, I can almost guarantee you that, at DirtFish.com.